Hey there folks, I'm Ruby Juice, and I wanted to take some time to talk to you about this super cool community that I've recently been introduced to, called the Farm Sim Network, or FSN for short. In the FSN, you can farm as part of a living, breathing, persistent network of dedicated servers. If you don't know what a dedicated server is or how it works with Farming Simulator 19, essentially it means that you have a save game on a map and time continues to pass even when you're not playing the game. So your crops will grow or wither and die if you don't log in to take care of business. Dedicated servers are a really cool part of the Farming Simulator 19 experience, but what the FSN does is take a dedicated server to a whole new level. It basically creates an entire world of interconnected, dedicated servers. And that opens up a ton of possibilities for FS19. Giving the ability to do things that you haven't been able to do before, but that I know a lot of players, myself included, have wanted to do. Things like buying used equipment from other players, buying land at an auction, and more. And I'll go over some more of those things in a little bit. I wanted to feature this website and this community in a video because I think it's just such a super cool idea. It's very unique and it's really well executed. It's incredibly welcoming. And overall, I just have really enjoyed the roughly month that I've spent playing on the FSN so far, and I really wanted to share that with as many people as I could. So now that I've given it a bit of a brief introduction, let's dive into the website here, and I'll give you a sense of how the whole thing works. So when you join the FSN, you'll choose yourself a username and a company name. Think of it almost like role-playing, but without dressing up or using funny voices. Everything you do is in the name of your company, and any money you make, even if it's on a different dedicated server than where you have your farm, can be used to upgrade your equipment or buy more land. Just like you would do in the regular game, but with some twists. Basically what that means is that your company will stick with you no matter which of the community's dedicated servers you're farming on. You start out as a contractor with absolutely nothing in the bank, unable to buy or build your own farm. You'll make money doing, you guessed it, contracts. And there are two main types of contracts. The first type is player contracts, which are created by other real-life players who can't get the work done on their own farms that they've established on any one of the FSN's dedicated servers. The other type is NPC contracts, which are the FSN's own special types of contracts that aren't created by other real-life players. There's also a bunch of other subclasses of contracts too, but I'll go over those a little bit later. All of the servers run on the same seasons cycle, with 3-day seasons. In the spring, people might need help seeding or fertilizing, and in the summer and fall, they'll need contractors to help harvest and ship their grain. Plus, if you want to keep busy in winter, you can bid on a contract to plow the snow on any one of the servers. So like I said, your company has a bank account on the FSN website. When you earn money doing a contract, it shows up in your ledger. And you can see here, it keeps track of every time I've completed a contract, and it's added that money to my website bank account. Eventually, you'll be able to use this money to start up your own farm. But for starters, all your money will be in this online account since you won't have your own in-game farm yet. So how do you get your own farm on one of the dedicated servers, you might ask? Well, the FSN admin team requires that you play as a contractor for about a month, which serves multiple purposes. It helps make sure you have time to learn the FSN website. It helps make sure that you have time to earn some money to start up your own farm. And it also serves as a bit of a probation period where you can make sure, and the FSN admin team can make sure, that you're going to follow all the guidelines that are set out by the FSN. And don't worry, they're not too strict. It's just enough to keep things realistic and make sure that the whole meta world keeps running smoothly. So once you're all set up and registered and you've signed in, you'll head to the Interactions tab on the website, which is where you'll do most of the things that you'll do in the FSN. So here you'll find things like the auction house, where you can look at land that's up for auction or equipment up for auction. Once you get your own land or equipment, you can create auctions if you want to sell off something. You'll find the Contract Center, which I showed before, that is where you'll find real-life player contracts as well as the NPC contracts. And there's all kinds of other things too. There's events, there's an investment center where you can invest in things like bonds or stocks. There are website-based banks that you can take loans from. There's an online import-export center, And that is a whole other beast that I don't even fully understand yet. But it's sort of a meta game on the website using crops that you harvest in Farming Simulator 19. The FSN also has permits. So in order to do things like build an animal pen or do some logging, build any property, or participate in a skilled trade like applying herbicide or driving a semi-truck, you'll need to purchase a permit. So as you can tell, there is a whole lot to this website and this community. It can be as simple or complex really as you'd like it to be. You don't have to participate in all the different aspects of the website. And really at its core, it's a way for everybody to come together and play Farming Simulator 19. So as a contractor, when you head to the contract center, there are a bunch of different types of contracts, as I said before. NPC contracts can range from any type of field work like plowing, fertilizing, seeding, and harvesting to other things that are strictly FSN based, like looking up the weather forecast so that you can check it out on the website instead of having to log into the game if you're away from your computer and want to know if you're going to be able to plant or harvest your crops. And so you'll complete those contracts and you'll add money to your account. And then, like I said, after 30 days, or if you donate to the FSN, you can waive that 30-day waiting period. Then you can become a farm manager, if you so choose. And when you become a farm manager, you'll get $500,000 and be able to choose one parcel on any of the servers with an open slot. After that, if you want more land, you're going to have to win it at an auction. And from there, you're off and running. You're farming your own farm on one of the dedicated servers. You can still take contracts if you want on other servers and keep making money that way as well and building up your farm. And from my experience, the community itself is absolutely fantastic. Players are helping each other out, offering contracts, doing things for free now and then, lending equipment, buying, selling, trading, all kinds of things going on. And most of that happens on the Discord server, which is a great place to just hang out as well. So hopefully this has given you a bit of an idea of what the Farm Sim Network, or FSN, is. Basically, it's just a giant Farming Simulator 19 MMO RPG type experience through a web-based metagame and, obviously, playing Farming Simulator 19. It's a place where a whole bunch of players are farming on a whole bunch of servers, but in one interconnected community where you can have all sorts of different interactions, buying and selling, and really cool things happening between the farms on those different servers. I know it can seem a little bit overwhelming, especially when you're first jumping in. Believe me, I was there myself as well when I first started. But once you get in there and start figuring it out, it's very rewarding. The community is always happy to answer questions on the Discord server, so don't be afraid to ask if you do have questions. Feel free to ask in the comments to this video as well, and I'll try and answer the questions as best as I can. And so basically, I just wanted to try and convey why I think the FSN is such an incredible thing. It's a really cool community. It's a place where you can do things that I feel like people have wanted to do in the Farming Simulator series for quite some time. Buying and selling and trading with other players, doing contracts for other players, and you get a great variety of doing things on different maps, different types of contracts, unique types of contracts that you haven't had to do in the base game itself, and just generally building up a Farming Simulator empire on a dedicated server while working with and alongside other players. As I mentioned, there are a lot of other complexities to this community and the website and all of the other things, but I'll leave those for another video. I don't want to overwhelm people who are new to this too much. And I have to give an absolutely huge shout out to Hans, the man who coded this entire website and continues to work on it several days a week, making improvements and listening to feedback and answering questions and basically doing it all. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in, I really encourage you to check out farmsimulatornetwork.info. Have a browse around the site. There's a wiki page that explains a lot of the different guidelines and background and all the things you might need to know before you jump in. You can join the Discord server and ask questions. But overall, I just highly, highly recommend trying this out and seeing if it's something that you would enjoy. You're under no obligation to donate money to it. You can be a player on it for free. So like I said, if this is something that you think you would be into, farmsimulatorsnetwork.info. The link is also in the description below. And if you do think you're going to like it and you're going to sign up, I would really, really love it if you'd use my user code as the referral for when you're signing up. It's 474. So use 474 as a referral when you're signing up, and I'll get a little bit of money in the FSN. But in any case, I just want people to join this and have the kind of fun that I'm having with it, really. And that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you on the FSN. Take care.